fornication, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. Unfortunately, it's now like we are having a generation whereby we now are found of talking down on good things. We are reducing the value we place on good things before. So for instance, dressing as a lady, dressing moderately, wearing something that covers you from head to toe may not be what really tells us if you are a child of God or not, because everybody can do like that and they are still pretending. But that thing in itself is a good virtue that we should actually promote. But guess what the devil has begun to do to us? He has pushed us to an extent whereby we now have many persons that are despisers of those that are good. So a higher percentage of time that we are mentioning, referring to that thing, instead of us to keep on encouraging people to do it, although that may not be the real metric of measuring if someone is of God or not, but additionally, it is part of the things, the virtues that must flow out of a Christian lady. But we now find that we now have many persons that are despisers of good, and these people are representatives of God, the ones that are supposed to actually be encouraging people into that lifestyle. So many times when we are referring to this, we are trying to, our emphasis is always that there are people that actually dress up, cover up, and then deep down inside their heart is wickedness. But we are not sincere enough to actually say that that is actually how we are supposed to be living. However, that thing must come as a result of being real from within. So we now have persons talking down on decency just because they have met persons who presented themselves decent outside, and then they now saw some fault in them. That what we are now doing, or the result of what we are doing, we may not know. The consequence of what we are doing is that we are watering down the value that is supposed to be placed on those virtues. And so because we are watching this down, we are now part of people who are despisers of those things that are good. Things that are of good report. He said that if there be anything to talk about, think on these things that are this, that, and part of this mention is that he said if there be anything that is of good report, that dressing well as a Christian lady is of good report. Those are the things we should talk and encourage. But because we have persons, of course there will always be people that will present themselves as righteous and holy, and we have they may even be agents of darkness. Yes. But that does not now mean that we downplay it. So we now tell our people that, see, don't be carried away with this. You are free to do as you like. Just make sure that deep within is okay. That is a lie. We have turned to despisers of those things that are good.